Okay, so here we go with Descartes part 2. Let's wait for students to come in. Okay, good. So we got people coming in. Let's see, Manal, Brenda, Awad, Eduardo. Oh, good. Lenda got in. There we go, Lenda. Okay, Sawanada. Good. Good. And Siphon. So, Lenda, how are you doing today? Lenda, can you hear me? Lenda, can you hear me?
Hey, I'm fine. Pretty tired, but here.
Good, good, good. Okay. So, then we've got Yada. Yada, I'm glad you got in. How you doing, Yada?
Hello, everybody. Finally, I can join.
There you go. Good, finally, yeah. Good. Okay. So let's jump back in here. I want to hear from some people that haven't been speaking. Any thoughts? Awad, did you have any thoughts on what we've been talking about so far?
Oh, I mean, like, honestly, what I feel like, everyone has to believe whatever he wants, but if you want to convince him, give him some evidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so evidence being very important to knowing things. Okay. All right. Let's see. Lenda, did you have anything you wanted to add now that you're in the class?
No, I wrote everything I thought.
I'm sorry, what?
I wrote everything I thought in the chat.
Okay, okay, good, good. Let's see. And then Yada, did you have anything you wanted to add now that you're in?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Yes. Did you want to add anything? Did you want to say anything? Yeah, Eduardo, you gotta stop that here. We gotta let him speak. Yada, can you say anything now?
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
There, I can hear you now, Yada.
Okay. I think we can not just believe in we can see. I think just not all in the life is the reason. I think there.
Eduardo, she's speaking. We gotta let her speak, okay?
Come on.
Let's see. Yada?
Sorry, something happened with my mic.
Yeah, Eduardo muted you.
Oh,
I'm gonna boot him if
you
he
can
doesn't
hear
again.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I think that in the life, no only is the reason. You can not just believe in that things that you see. I think there is something more than the reason. The
Okay.
reason is very important, but I think it's not only in the life.
Okay. Okay, good, good. All right, you guys, any other thoughts? Okay, if there's no other thoughts, let's go back to the reading here. I want to read some more here. Because now we're gonna dive in a little more here. Okay, so okay, I think what I want to do is we're only gonna read a couple parts, right? Let me pull out here for a second. Okay. Okay, sorry, I want to find where I wanted to read here. Okay, I think it's going to be... Okay. Okay, can I have someone read this part? Okay. Can I volunteer to read this part?
May I?
Please, go ahead.
Though this be true, I must nevertheless hear. What happened with the screen?
Consider.
Um, sorry. Though this be true, I must nevertheless here consider that I am a man, and that, consequently, I am in the habit of sleeping, and representing to myself in dreams those same things, or even sometimes other less probable, which
Probable.
probable, which the insane thing are present to them in their waking moments.
Waking moments.
Waking moments.
Good, good, okay. All right. Okay, guys. Any questions about the words here?
Yes, nevertheless.
Nevertheless. Okay, let's
Nevertheless.
see. Nevertheless. Okay. Does anyone know what nevertheless means?
There is more, maybe.
Close, yeah. So I could say even so or despite. Nevertheless, it would be even so. Even so, now I need to think about this, right? So in spite of. Does that make sense? Yes? No?
Here, Omar wrote that it's however.
Oh, good. Yeah, Omar, that would be right. Yeah, I could say however. Good, Omar. That would be a good one as well. However. Okay.
So that means the first sentence will be different than the second one, like different points?
Yes. So this is just continuing from this one, right? So he was saying something could be true here, but he's going on. Now we have to talk about sleeping. Yeah. So that's in reference to the one before. Okay. Any other questions on that part here?
Yeah, man, not in this part. But I have a question. I always confuse between subject and object because
Okay.
I see it here in the articles and I get confused between it. I always get confused.
Okay. So let me. So there's a couple ways that we could talk about this, right? First, let's talk about what is subjective and objective. So as far as knowledge, okay. So we could say I am the subject, okay, and this glass of apple juice is the object, right? This is the object, okay. So subjectively, things I know subjectively are things that I, the subject, sense and know, okay. So for example, okay, Brenda, only you know what it is to be Brenda, right? You're the only Brenda that is Brenda, right? So that is subjective knowledge that only you know, okay? Now, objects, so again, the glass, we have an object. Objective knowledge is knowledge that everyone, or we would say reality, knows, okay? So it's knowledge about the object. And subjective is knowledge about the subject. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can make it a little more. Yeah, let's make it simple. So again, subjective, opinion, personal opinion. Objective would be maybe what science has to say, scientific truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good. That's subjective. Okay, and then what is in there is objective. Okay, good. Any other questions? Okay, let's go back to the reading here really quick. Okay, so here again he says, okay, look, let's pay attention. I sometimes when I fall asleep, I see myself dreaming things, right? and sometimes I dream things which are crazy, right? But he thinks, okay, but even insane people, right? Sometimes there are people that are insane that are awake and they still see crazy things, okay? So this makes us ask a couple questions, right? How do we know we're awake? How do we know we're not dreaming? Right? Because sometimes we can have dreams, right, which seem pretty real, right? I've had dreams before where I wake up and I go, I don't remember if I was dreaming or if that happened yesterday. Excuse me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay. So, how do we know that we're awake right now? How do you guys know that you're awake and actually verbling and not dreaming about it?
Because we can feel that. Yeah.
Okay. Can you feel things in your dreams?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes. So that makes it hard to know.
Do you see Matrix?
Yes, I was going to bring that up. The Matrix. Good.
I believe it is for that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe we could be in the Matrix, right? Does everyone else has everyone else seen the Matrix?
Yeah.
What's like?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we could all be, hooked up to a machine, but and the machine is making us. I'm in verbling, right? So.
But teacher, when you are asleep, sometimes you don't remember anything until you are wake up.
Okay.
For example, for me is that I dream and I don't thinking it's like a black thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I wake up, it's light and the things, and But when I am asleep, I sleep. I can see anything more. Sometimes I have dreams,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very uncommon. Okay, you can have some dreams because we need dream in something like other things, but in the other situation, no. I believe you can see the difference.
Okay.
These are the things that don't make.
Come on, teacher. we can say the
You
same.
wrote something very funny. Something very funny. I just read.
How many
I've read.
are here?
I'm gonna consider myself that I didn't read that.
Okay.
Okay? Amen. Learned it. Oh, teacher.
Yeah. I do love women, Maria. That's true. I do.
I don't want to explain anything.
No. Can you please explain it? Because I'm really curious about it. Really?
No, it's a whole thing.
I'm sorry, what? Okay. Okay, no, so I think that's a good point, though. So Lennon said, okay, we don't understand some. Sometimes things are really strange in dreams and we don't understand them. But it still can be the same thing when we're awake. There's lots of things we don't understand, right? So again, how do I know the difference? Yeah, okay. And then again, so you have people that are schizophrenic, right? So people that see things, they're insane, right? They don't know. But how do you know that you are not schizophrenic, right? So for example, maybe Manal, maybe you are pretending to be in a verbling class, but you're not really, right? Or maybe that's the same for Brenda or Lended, right? Or maybe for example, maybe everyone in this class is real except for Omar. Omar doesn't exist, and we just pretend that he exists, but he doesn't really exist, right?
But teacher, I believe you can found your reality with the people who is around you. They say you, like, for example, they maybe always say you are not smart, and you believe you are not smart for a long time. But in one day, someone told you are smart.
It is
You
because
don't
you
believe
want to
that.
believe what the other people say. You want to believe
Sometimes
what other
it
people
happens.
say.
Okay, yeah. So we want to believe in certain things.
So, teacher, yeah, I just want to give my point of view that about a situation that I had many years ago. I met a little girl from elementary school. She Mr. Omar, I am a donkey, and I said, why you say that you're a donkey? No, it is because my parents say that I am a donkey, and she believed that she really was a donkey. And I talked to her, and I reply, okay, tell your parents that I say that you're not a donkey. Tell your parents that you're a very smart girl. So, but she was believing what her parents were saying about her. So even though she told me that her sisters and her brothers said to her that she was a donkey, so she started out to believe that she was real a donkey.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yes, exactly.
Huh.
But she wasn't a donkey, believe me. So what I said to her, okay, listen to me. What do you think? What do you think smart people are? The smart people are people who got a pretty good grade. No, you have a pretty good skill. You know how to move the hula hoop. You know how to move it. You know how to use your body. You know, for example, you have a pretty good skill. You know how to dance. So there are many people who do know how to dance. Many people. So, and I said to her, if you tell me to dance salsa with you, okay, I'm going to say, oh, okay, forget it because I don't know how to dance. Or if you tell me, okay, I want you to dance with me pop music, I say, well, I don't. So don't talk to me about how to dance because I don't know how to dance. I know something else, but every one of us, I said to her, every one of us have different kind of skills. Every one of us are different, and God has made us different. So this is my point of view, teacher.
No, that's good. That's interesting. Have you guys seen the Truman Show? The Truman Show, that movie. Let's see, Truman Show. Has anyone seen that before?
No.
Okay, yeah. So that movie, it's about this TV show, right? And basically, they take this guy, right, when he's a baby, and they put him in this closed off world, right? And they make a show around him. So everyone around him, his mom, his dad, his best friend, even his wife, right? They're all actors. They're not real, right? And it's a show about this man named Truman, right? Now he thinks everything's real, but everyone around him is an actor, right? So he was raised to believe that the world he grew up in was true, where everyone else knew differently, right? So it'd be, how does he know, right? Okay, so Lendit, you said, give me two babies and I can make one a genius, another a murderer. Okay? Okay, that's good. Do you think that that's the case?
I think it's possible.
Okay.
I think it's possible because you are like a white piece of paper. You have no information, so you are conditioned by what they teach you before you are an adult. So yeah.
But I believe it's the tendency is that if you have a lot of people around you who say you are intelligent, and you Okay, no, it's not a bad example. Okay, maybe you have a lot of people who say you are not smart.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't know. The people have a power inside, and sometimes people who have that kind of conditions make surprise for other people too.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Maybe I don't know, but it exists. Some people have that conditions and they change their life because they have something inside who want to be better on the life, and they try and try and try and break that situation.
No, I think that's a good point, right? So sometimes people say that okay, people that abuse children, right? That they abuse children, child abusers, right? Sometimes they say, well, they were abused, right? And then their parents abused them, right? And their parents abused them, right? And so you have, the grandfather that's abusing the father, and the father abuses the son, right? And the son will abuse his son, right? So you have a cycle of abuse, right? But some people can step out of that, right? Some people can do differently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the question, though. Is that because of something in them, or did someone else teach them to do otherwise?
No, sometimes they born with that power inside of them.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay,
And for that, because they feel that power, they found people who teach them to be better or different. They don't learn alone. They found people who different kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Their circle.
Okay. What does everyone else think?
Yeah, Eric, I have yeah, I believe that words have power, but actually you can change it. You can change it. For example, if somebody keeps saying that you woke up very healthy and you went to your work and your colleagues, all of them, they said that, what's wrong with you, Eric? You look tired, you look ill, are you okay, are you sick? At the beginning you said, no, I'm not, and then you're gonna adapt on yourself. Then maybe, yeah, really, maybe, yeah, you're gonna sick, not sick, but you will have this kind of tired, you know what I'm saying? So words, yeah, words have power.
No, I think that's a good point. That's a good point. I read once too that they had an orphanage, I think somewhere, I think it was in Russia, right? Where they had a lot of babies and not a lot of people to take care of the babies, right? And so the babies didn't get touched, they didn't get held and loved and cuddled, right? And then they grew up unable to make emotional attachments. They didn't grow to learn how to love very well, right? Because they weren't loved as children, right? Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I saw it too. So that they need to be like in a love environment to develop feelings or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it was interesting. So I think that there's a lot to what you said there, Len. That maybe in some cases you can raise a murderer, right? That would be wrong. Don't do it. But
yeah, because you can see that I don't know if maybe 100%, but the most part of it, the people that are murderers or stuff like that, is people that have family problems or no education or things like that.
Yeah, it's the tendency. It's a normal situation. It happens, but exists situations who change that tendency. That is my point. I believe if a child born in that kind of situation, you think, that boy maybe have a very bad future, but sometimes they surprise us.
Yeah, that's true. And I think that, there's some research that says that certain criminals, right? It has nothing to do with the way they were raised. It has to do with their genes, right? That maybe they were born a certain way. So, for example, take people with Asperger's or autism, right? So they have a certain level of difference in their brain structure, and these people, right? They may be born in a family where people love them and care for them, but they don't connect emotionally very well. They don't have a lot of empathy, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe there's some.
And why? We don't know why. But
Yeah.
Yeah. About the crimes, I mean, there is like, if you go to the jails, you will see there is like, most of them, if not all, they are very poor.
Mm-hmm.
So still the life like influence them in the way they behave.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of things that can influence, right? So I mean, obviously you have your genes, your biology, right? And then your parents, how you raised, but I think, cultural things too, right? If I have a culture that says that, you solve your problems by hitting people, right? Then I'm going to be born, or I'm going to think that hitting people solves problems, right? So violence is the answer, rather than a society that says, no, you have to talk about it, think about it, right?
Or teacher, probably they're going to do the contrary, because there are a lot of kids that have faced with that kind of situation in their houses, and sometimes probably the little kids see that his father hit his mother or something like that. Probably when this kid grow up, he's going to do the contrary, probably. And so this is my point of view, teacher, because or probably the contrary, probably if the kid sees a parent that drink alcohol, probably in the future this little kid is going to have this kind of tendency, or probably the kid is going to hate this kind of tendency. I think everything depends, teacher. And so somebody said that it depends in the position everybody has, but I don't believe that. So I think when the person grow up, the person is going to take the decision what we want to do.
Right.
So because poverty doesn't have to do with crimes, because exists a lot of people who has a race with wealthy parents.
Right.
Wealthy parents. The parents are very wealthy, and what happened? They are head off to the core, and finally they are head off to go to the jail. So it depends, teacher. So this is my point of view.
I think that's a good point. Yeah, because sometimes poverty is not going to determine it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay,
just a question, Eric.
Go ahead. What?
Yeah, I'm just about the genes. So, I'm not sure, I haven't read about this one, but the genes like control the behavior of people sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Say that again.
Like genes.
Genes. Yes. So genes.
Do they control the behavior of people?
I think they do. I mean, for example, right? So let's say you have a child, right, an orphan, right, that never meets its parents until later in life, right? Their personality will be somewhat like their parents, even though they've never met their parents. Or better yet, they've done studies with twins, right, where one twin is again maybe adopted into another family, and those two twins act a lot alike, right, even though they've never been around each other, right? So in that way, genes can influence people, right? One more example.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It depends. Some people, right, as far as homosexuality, some people will say, okay, they are raised that way. You know, they develop homosexual tendencies because of how they're raised. I think that there's a lot of evidence to say that it's genes as well that makes someone a homosexual. So, and that I think is still a debate. But in my opinion, I think there's a lot to be said that genes create a person as well as culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because when you see like Asian guy in US and he's American, he's totally different than the Asians, and like in everything.
No, I think that's a good point.
Like I think, yeah.
Yeah, but again, maybe you could have. So if you have a shy baby, right? Sometimes you can tell that baby will be shy, or he'll have that personality trait his whole life, right? In some ways, he stays the same because of his genes, right? But I think you have a good point there, because sometimes, for example, when I lived in Brazil, I didn't think I was funny. I think I lost my sense of humor. I think I was very serious. But part of it is that I felt like I couldn't joke around in Portuguese, and that made me different, I think. Yeah, and I was afraid of Brazilian girls.
Oh my god.
Okay, any other thoughts, you guys?
May I?
Yes, please, Yara.
I have a child, two children.
Okay.
And I try to teach them good behavior and values. But many times I feel afraid because outside I don't know, I don't have control about many things. So maybe the society could be response to when the young people or even adults have wrong behavior, no? Because sometimes it's enough into your family the things that you teach, because on the street, at the school, and different place, they get wrong behavior, no? And it's very hard, I think.
No, I think that there's a good point, Yada, is yeah, there's a different, you can't control what your kids learn when they go to school, right?
I try to control in my family, in their house, no? When they are with me. But when they are in other place, it's very difficult.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oops. Okay.
But teacher,
go ahead, Brenda.
I believe you can say, for example, I can say you are wrong. But if you don't understand why you are wrong, maybe sometimes you don't do it. But one moment you say, why I do that? And you continue do the thing. But if you understand very deeply, very deeply, why why you are wrong.
I'm never wrong, Brenda.
Sometimes it's an example. Okay, you don't do that. You have to understand why you are wrong.
Right.
If you don't understand that action affect you in some way, you maybe in the future or I don't know, you continue to do that. yeah, you have to make part of you.
Convince.
Yeah, you have to convince part of you that why is better do that. Stop the wrong and do the good. Why is good for you?
Right.
Why is the best choice? Because people don't do the things who other people say you. When you don't are convinced about it. You got it?
Yes. So you need to know why, and you need to be convinced to do otherwise, to do the right thing or do something better, right?
For example,
Actually,
okay, go ahead.
yeah, Linda, let me give you an example. This happened actually mostly with the teenagers. You have to convince them that this is wrong to stop them. Otherwise, they won't. Maybe with adults, no, they're gonna say, okay, you are right, okay, I'm gonna stop. But teenagers, no.
That's true. Teenagers stubborn. They're punks.
They don't take the best choice.
Yeah, they don't make the best choice. Yeah, good. Okay, you guys, let's see. If you guys don't mind, let's go back and let's read a little more, okay? And then we've got about 20 minutes, so I want to read a little more, okay? So we're going to go back. Let's see. So we talked about dreaming. Let's see. Now we're going to talk about... let's see. I can't find it. Okay, so let's read this part. Okay, can someone read this for me?
Which one?
Can you? It's marked. Can someone see that? Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Can someone read that for me?
Yeah, maybe me.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, my dog. I will suppose, then, not that deity who is sovereignly good and a fountain of truth, but that some malignant demon who is at once exceedingly potent and deceitful has employed all his artifice to deceive me. I will suppose that the sky, the earth, colors, figures, sounds, and all external things are nothing better than the illusions of dreams.
Good, okay. And then say this word, say deity for me again. Deity.
Deity.
Good, and this is sovereignly.
Sovereignly,
good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. Any questions here? We got some harder words. Any questions? Okay, yes, so sovereignly. Does anyone know what sovereignly is? Okay, so sovereignly would be like the most, the king, right? A king is sovereign. He's in charge. He is the best, the most. Okay. Good. So let's go back here. Okay, what are the words?
Malignant.
Malignant. Malignant. You want to say that for me? Malignant.
Malignant.
Good. Good. Yes. Bad. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So
I see.
Yes. So someone that's bad or evil is malignant. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Are you guys used to these words in real life?
Am I going to use malignant in real life? No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Again, philosophy words, but even this, you might see this in older books, right? You would have benevolent. Remember the word benevolent, and then malevolent. Yeah, so they're close. A malignant. These are more complicated ways of saying good and bad. Okay. Okay. Any other questions here?
Maybe I don't know if it's deceitful.
Deceitful. Okay. What is deceitful?
Like tricky.
Yeah, tricky. Someone that's full of lies. Tell me, do you guys know what deity is? What's deity?
God.
Yeah.
Deidad in Spanish.
Yeah, God, exactly. Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Then what does potent mean?
Oh, very, very powerful.
Good.
Strong.
Yes, powerful, strong. Good. Okay. Okay.
They snarls.
I'm sorry, what?
Snarls.
I don't understand that. You want to write that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, snares. Snares. Okay, yeah. So snares. Yeah. Something that's deceitful would have snares, but to trap you. Is that what you're saying? Yes? No?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So, any other? Oh, snares. Okay, sorry. You wanted? Okay, that was. I'm sorry. I I understand. Okay, so snares. Snares are traps. Traps. Yes. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So what he is saying here, right, is okay. So he says. Again, let's go back. So Descartes, in this whole text, in this part that he's reading, Descartes, he does believe in God, right? But he's trying to say, I want to tear apart all of my beliefs to see what I have left, to help me get to truth, right? And so now he gets to one of his most important beliefs, because he believes in God, and he says, okay, what if God is not God and it's some demon, some powerful devil, right? And he makes me think that I exist. He makes me think that I can see the things I see. I can hear the things I hear. Right. So, like Hellboy. Okay. Yeah. So again, now he says, okay, what if everything I see and know is a lie? Right. Because someone wants to deceive me. Someone wants to lie to me. Right. So again, this is like the Matrix, right? Again, the same idea is maybe I'm being deceived. Maybe I don't know. Okay, what do you guys think about that?
But teacher, if God do good things, bad things, and you when you understand the life, I believe, or just try, you believe God do good things and you do good things, no bad things, and the evil do bad things, no? You understand me? My point?
I do agree. Yes. So yes. And I think that's fine, right? Descartes, right? In the end, he will say he believes in God still. So it's not about whether God or not. It's Descartes wants to say, I could be wrong though. Right? Maybe I'm wrong, right? And the things that I think are good, maybe they're bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The things that are bad, you can see when you are in a bad situation. Okay, maybe in the first you believe it's okay, but when the time gone, you can see you are in a bad situation, and you can see what is a good thing and bad thing. And when you are in a situation with bad things, it is when the things of God save you.
Right.
Okay.
You can see when you are bad things. You are conscious that you are do bad things. No? There is something that I call it free, I don't know, albedrío. Libre albedrío.
Free. You are free to choose.
Okay, yeah. So free will. Okay.
So I think people, the human have the free choice.
The free will. They have the
Right.
free will.
Free will. Okay.
Mhm.
And is conscient when we are do something wrong
Mhm.
or good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, we know we have the ability to tell when I do good or bad, right? So again, but the question here that Descartes wants to ask is, and this is Brenda as well, is what if you think you think it's good, it feels good, it seems good, right? But really it's wrong because he's deceiving you, right? What if this devil is saying, okay, helping other people, you think it's good, but it's bad. It's really bad. I'm going to send you to hell for helping other people. And really, the good thing to do is to kill puppies and kill dogs, right? Kill kitties, right? That's the good thing, right? And then we will go,
Teacher, no. You are so weird.
right? But this is what he is saying, right? Is so I don't know. What do I do? How do I know? Right?
Try it. Try it.
Teacher.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Manal.
Oh my.
Yeah. Okay. I said that you have to try it,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes you don't have to try it. You just, I don't know, research about it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to convince yourself.
Okay, you have to convince yourself. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then Awad, that's a good point there. Common sense is the most that we can have to determine if it's good or bad. Yeah, so maybe I don't have a whole lot to really say, but that's all I have is common. Excuse me, that's all I have is common sense. Good. Okay, and then lend it. God doesn't exist because he allows us to think that is good. Yeah, so maybe I would be wrong in thinking that as well. If he makes me think that, then he isn't that, right?
But teacher, I believe that. For example, your example of kill things or something like that.
Kill puppies and kittens.
Yeah. You when you murder something, it's good or it's bad?
I think it's bad.
If you eat it, it's good.
Yeah, and why is bad?
I think because hurting things is not a good thing.
Why?
What if that thing hurt you?
Mm-hmm. Then I think I have maybe some right in fighting back, right? But again, I think you're right. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know at all.
Eric, I was thinking in the bullfight or the bull in Spain, the bull, or in different place, even in Mexico.
Right.
People is agree with the bull. I don't know how is the name. The bull, corrida de toros. Can you help me, Brenda, Lindsay?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
when they,
Bulls.
I don't know how to say it.
Bull. It's a
Killer bulls.
Killer bulls.
They
Yeah.
use the blanket, the red blanket, to tease the
Fight
bulls.
bull. Yeah. Fight
Right.
bull.
So a bullfight.
Right. Many people is agree with the bullfight, but it's a murder, is a kill, no?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of against the animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's no good.
Mm-hmm.
But many people think that is something like art or culture. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's wrong.
No, I think that's a very good point, Yada. And I think even what Jumeau is saying, right? So Jumeau is a vegetarian, right? So again, maybe some people feel that it's wrong to kill an animal, even to eat it, right? Because I'm killing the animal, and it doesn't matter if I'm going to eat it. It's still wrong to kill it, right? And so it doesn't matter. What would be the difference between watching a bullfight, right, and saying, okay, it's entertainment, it's fun, and the difference between me killing a cow and eating it as a Big Mac because it's fun. I enjoy going to eat a burger with my friends, right? So, you know, what's the difference there? How do I know if that's wrong or right? That's good. That's good, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Okay. Let me.
Yeah, because. Okay, go ahead.
I wanted to explain just very briefly how Descartes puts everything together. So again, what Descartes does in the rest of the essay or the rest of his book is he tears all his beliefs and opinions apart, right? So he says, can I believe this? Can I believe that? Can I believe this? Can I believe that? Right? And eventually he gets to the point where he says, I don't know anything except for one thing, right? And that this, if you guys have heard this before, I think, therefore I exist, right? That is the thing he says, I know that's true, right? That is the one thing I cannot doubt. I cannot be skeptical about, right? Because it says, if I didn't think, I wouldn't exist, right? Only a thing that exists can think, right? And so that has to be true. That has to be true, right? Does that make sense to you guys?
But animals don't think. They look like they think, or maybe some animals like dogs or something like that, but wild animals, I don't think they think. They have instincts that's different.
Mm-hmm. And that's true. And I think, so for him though, he's going to say, that's all I know. I think, therefore I exist. Because I could say the same thing about you, or maybe Lenda, you could say that about me. You could say, I think, but Eric, I don't know if you think. You don't think very well. I don't think you exist, kind of thing, right? So, but yeah, so he starts there, right? And eventually, I would have to explain it in a lot more time, but eventually he says, okay, I can believe that there is a God, and he gives an argument for it, and if I believe there's a God, I can believe that I can trust my senses, and I can trust that, you know, you exist, and my glass exists, and I'm not dreaming, and there's not evil demons. It takes him a while to get there, but that's how he eventually solves it, is he starts and says, I exist, and that's because I think, and that's why I know that is true, right?
But
so
there are, sorry.
Go ahead, Yara.
There are many things that is inexplicable.
Mm-hmm. Inexplicable.
And it's not only that you think, for example, in, I don't know, the sciences.
The science, right?
Science.
Okay.
Sometimes we hear about something that happened when the people who is sick. So when the people is in coma, for example,
mm-hmm.
the doctor says we have to wait. Supposedly is not dead, but don't have a lot of expectations for life.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
right.
Something happened, and that people wake, and many times they cannot explain what happened because the science don't give us an answer.
No, that's good. Yeah. So sometimes, like you're saying, people can be healed or cured, and science can't explain why. We don't know how to explain it, right?
Right.
Okay.
At the beginning, I told you, I think it's not the only reason, no? Thought. No, it's not only thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something more that the mind. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
No,
I'm feeling that.
No, I think that's good. That's good. Okay. And, you know, I think as far as, again, beliefs, right? I like to think this way, right? I would say 10 years ago, 5 years ago, right? I did not believe the same things that I believe now, right? But 5 years ago, I thought, I was pretty sure that I knew things, that I knew what was true and what was the right answer, right? And now that I'm older, again, I think I figured it out. I think I know what is true and what's the right answer. But I also know 10 years from now, I will think completely different. I will think differently about the world, right? And in 10 years from now, I will believe and think that I have all the answers and I know what is true. And then again, in 10 years from there, I will change again, and yet I will still think I know the answers and I know what's right, right? So that makes me think maybe I don't know everything right now, right? Maybe because if I thought I knew everything 5 years ago, but I was wrong, at least I think I was wrong now, right? Then how do I know that I'm not wrong now, and in 10 years I won't be wrong then? You know, I think sometimes I have to stay humble.
Humble? What's humble?
Humble, okay, does anyone know what humble means?
Humble.
It's like you have money, but you are humble. I cannot explain it. Like you are not showing yourself.
Yeah, so it's not prideful, right? I'm not. Being humble is maybe meek, respectful, right? I'm not saying I know everything. What's that?
Don't boast.
Yeah, I don't boast, right? I don't brag.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You guys, we have a little bit of time. Any other thoughts? Okay.
I just agree with you.
Oh, well, thanks. It's because I'm right, always. So.
Very humble.
Right.
You're not humble.
Okay, you guys, listen. This was good. I hope it was fun for you guys doing the 2 hours. Please write me a message or leave me a comment. Tell me if this was good, if it was bad. I want to know what you guys felt about it.
Marathon.
Okay. Okay. Landon, I don't know if I could do 3 hours. That would be rough. But if this is something that works, maybe we can do more. If not, I just will stick to the 1 hour classes. If anything, if you guys, again, if you want to complain, yell at me, send me a message.
Yeah, teacher, more classes in good schedule.
Okay, more classes.
Earlier
in the day for you guys. Okay. Okay.
No.
Eric?
Yes?
Eric, do you read your feedback? What students wrote about you?
On the Burbling or on Facebook?
You know, in Verbaling.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's working because I only have 2 comments, right? And I don't know if people have left more comments or not. If you guys have left feedback, have you guys left feedback for me before? On Burbling?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm not, but I was wondering if you read it or not, so I can.
Yes. Okay.
I want the teacher read what I write about him.
I check it, right? But I've only seen 2, so if it might not work all the time, I don't know, right? but at least I check it, and then my verbling I check. So you guys can leave suggestions for me there, okay? I'm going to be teaching again on Saturday. I haven't posted here. Some students wanted me to do some slang and some business classes. I don't know a lot about business, so I'm going to try. And
you're a philosopher.
I like business, but in Saturday is very difficult.
Okay, so if you guys can come Saturday, I hope to see you guys there. And the slang, I'll try and put a good slang together, and we can all hang out as homies, yo, bro, right? It'd be really good. Okay, so I'm going to end the class now. Thank you guys for coming. You guys were great.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
see you guys
Thank you
later.
very much, Eric.
Take care.